welcome to or welcome back to our channel, Don't Quit Your Day Job. If you've clicked on this video, then you're going to spend some time with me while I read for the week. As a mom who's got 4 baseball games this week and a full 9-to-5 job, we'll see how much reading I actually get done, but this is what I read in a week normally. So currently, because I'm someone who reads multiple books at one time, that's something you should know about me. I'm currently in between 3 books. I'm in the middle of all 3 of these. The first one is called Booked for Murder. I'm 9 chapters into it. It's a cozy mystery. The one I'm currently reading right now, as we speak, is called The Paradise Problem, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, so this will probably be the first one that I talk about. It is by Christina Lauren. And then finally, I'm also about 3/4 through You Are Fatally Invited by Andy Pligo. I'm reading this one because it's Books and Lala's March Literally Dead Book Club pick, and so that's why I picked this book up. And so that'll probably be the second book that I finish and talk about in this vlog, the first one being The Paradise Problem. Days since we've last spoken. You've seen some footage of the things I've been up to. It's now Wednesday. That was Sunday. The first clip was from Sunday, so it's now Wednesday. And I have finished and started another book. So I'm still in the middle of Booked for Murder, working on this, a cozy mystery series set in South Georgia. And I should have this finished by the end of the week. We can talk about it some more when I get a little bit farther in. But the 2 I want to talk to you about today are The Paradise Problem and You Are Fatally Invited by Andy Pligo. If you saw my March wrap-up, then you already know what I thought of these books, but this is a book about a group of authors who go to a Maine island in the autumn, and they are going to meet an enigmatic writer who in 30 years of their entire time that they've spent writing, no one has ever seen their face or knows who they are. And so all of these writers want to go on this retreat to meet this writer. They're all crime mystery thriller writers, and this person is a crime mystery thriller writer as well. And it's being hosted by his event coordinator, Mila. And so we meet Mila, we meet the 7 people, and then one by one, bodies start dropping. So people start being killed. Now, this book was great. I would say I read it too slowly. So I read it kind of slower than normal. I was just kind of, it's a good book. It's a debut novel. I would never have guessed it was a debut novel, but I was reading it at the same time as The Paradise Problem, and The Paradise Problem always kind of kept taking my attention away from this. So when I picked it up, I didn't want to put it down, but getting myself to pick it up was somewhat of a problem. That's why I gave it 3.5 stars. So it's a good book. If you love mystery thrillers with twists, I do recommend this book, but it's not one that I'm going to be raving to everybody to go out and read. It's like Then There Was None, that kind of situation as people slowly start dying. The next one is Christina Lauren's The Paradise Problem. This is about Liam Weston and Anna Green, and they got married for family housing at UCLA. I think it's UCLA. Nothing's going on the whole time that they're married. They're just married for 2 years so that they can live in this family housing. And then the book starts actually on the day that they are what Anna thinks is getting divorced, but knock on the door almost 3 years later, about to be 5 years since they got married. And Wes is coming in to tell her that are they not only not divorced, but now he needs her to come with him to a family island to Indonesia for his sister to get married and trick all of them into thinking that she's his wife. So it's a marriage of convenience. It's a super cute book. He Falls First. So if you like that trope, then there's He Falls First and Marriage of Convenience. This does have a happy ending in this romance novel. I gave it 4 stars. I think it would be perfect for the summertime. Talks a lot about the island and how beautiful the island is. It'd be the perfect kind of beach read sitting there while you're just sitting on a beach trying to read. The characters are incredibly flawed in this book. Money plays a huge portion, and I mean like wealth that most of us will never ever see in our lifetime. Kind of wealth plays a huge part in this novel. So you see that kind of obstinate wealth and the negative impacts that it kind of has on people and the broken relationships that come from that. I would say that there's a trigger warning of adult child abuse. I would say that the father is very abusive in this. And if you're no contact with your parents, or you have a thing about relationships where the father or the mother is less than enthusiastic with their children, or downright mean and degrading, then I would say maybe steer clear of this book. This book does contain that. Otherwise, I think it's a wonderful summer beach read about 2 people as they navigate this trickery, trying to get people to believe that they've been married for 5 years. So those are the 2 books that I have finished this week. Now, granted, I was 3/4 of the way through both of them when I started the week, so I've probably only read about 200 pages of those books together. But now I have started 140 pages into Allie Hazelwood's Deep End. This is a romance book about a swimmer and a diver who are both juniors and seniors at Stanford University. It's Scarlett and Lucas. And they have something in common. I will say that I'm told this is light BDSM, has light BDSM undertones in it. So far we have seen it play out, not where anywhere near like the 50 Shades of Grey level, anything like that. But we have seen it play out so far a little bit of them taking it very seriously. I will say that so far they have taken the consent angle of that relationship incredibly seriously, and I really do appreciate how seriously they've taken that consent angle. So I'm 140 pages into the book. I'm absolutely devouring the book. I do not want to put it down. I don't want to pick up Booked for Murder because I just don't want to stop reading Deep End. I'm absolutely hooked. This is my first Allie Hazelwood. I've not read any of her Feminist series. I've not read anything else, but this is doing so well. So I'll let you know what I'm thinking when I'm about halfway through the book. I'm officially almost halfway through this book, and I am loving it. Absolutely loving Scarlett. I'm loving Lucas. I'm loving Scarlett and Penn's relationship, which is something that when you explain this book, you would not believe. Like, you go, this girl's ex-boyfriend, this girl and this girl's ex-boyfriend hook up, but she becomes best friends with the ex-girlfriend, and you're like, no way is that cool. But it's cool in this book, and Allie Hazelwood does it so wonderful, and she's making all these characters seem so real. And the diving aspect, I don't know if she knows anything about diving, but the diving aspect seems really realistic and wonderful. I'm having a great time with this book, and I'm flying through it. So it's Friday. I'm not going as fast as I hope I'd go. The baseball games have really slowed me down, but I'm hoping to get through this by tomorrow, get it completely finished and give my rating, but right now I cannot see this being under a 4. This is such a wonderful book. I'm not currently picked up anything else, so I'm just only reading this book right now, which tells how good it is because normally I'm bouncing between books. So this is absolutely wonderful. Officially 262 pages through Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I have figured out what I love about this book so much. They have already slept together, so that part of the book is usually, I'm a slow burn girly, and so they've already slept together, and by that point I tend to lose interest. So when it happens very early in the book, like it did with this one, normally I lose interest, and then I put the book down, pick up another book, finish it whenever I get it done. However, Ali Hazelwood is doing an amazing job of keeping the tension even though they've already slept together. So that is what I'm absolutely loving about this book so far, is the tension is still there 262 pages in to the book of a 460 page book or 440 page book. So Ali Hazelwood, I cannot say enough good things. I can't believe this is my first book that I've read by her. Well, I did not expect this to become a Deep End only reading vlog, but essentially that's what it's become. I do know that I read a couple pages of The Paradise Problem and a little bit of You Are Fatally Invited in this vlog, but the majority of my time was spent reading Deep End this week. The baseball games really got me and kind of slowed down how much reading I was able to do, but I'm so excited that I got through this book. It was a 5-star up until the last like 40 pages of the book. The ending for me was a little bit too contrite. It kind of wrapped everything up in a neat little bow. And kind of a little bit fell out of character, so it got knocked down to a 4.75, but I absolutely love this book. I would recommend this book to anybody who wants to read it. It is one of my favorite books this year completely, and it makes me want to pick up Ali Hazelwood's other books. I know that 2 of her STEMinist love interests are in this book, Olive and Carson maybe. And so I'm excited to read their book. So maybe something for the summer TBR will be some more Ali Hazelwood. So I was pleasantly surprised with this book, and I had a fantastic time. Now I will say that a lot of people are saying that this has got BDSM in it. And I will say it's very, 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 very light. It is not at all what you're expecting. If what you're expecting is 50 Shades of Grey, the total end. Now, this is a very spicy book. I will say that. It's very spicy. The scenes are very explicit, but I would not call them BDSM scenes or what you're used to seeing with what raised in popularity 10, 15 years ago, what was in the movies, that sort of stuff. It just doesn't have that in there. I personally enjoyed that it didn't have it in it, but if that's what you're going and looking for, then you're going to be disappointed because it's just not in there. So overall, I would recommend this book to anybody who really likes a steamy, feel-good college sports romance. If college sports romance is your thing, then I think that this will be exactly the perfect read for you. I think it can be read anytime. They talk about all the seasons, so I don't think it's seasonally perfect for any one time over the other, but I absolutely had a blast reading this, and I cannot wait to see what else I think of Ali Hazelwood's other books. So thank you so much for being here this week with me. If you've made it this far, in the book, put a raindrop to represent water and the pool, or put a swimmer. That's what you should put. If you've been here this long and you stayed to the end of the video, in the comments, put a swimmer down in the comments so they'll know that you were here the whole time. I would love to hear what you recommend as the next Ali Hazelwood that I should read, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!